So continuing to my previous video, because time is over on in TikTok, I was talking about the curators and the foster of the document that comprises of numerous frailty, transform, strategic ability to discern, establish, envisioning, pain point, piloting the critiquing, deployment, design concept, circumstances, dictate, and the business practical lens of corporate finance, macroeconomic theory, and propel management focused on innovation, ventures, craft commoning, planetary crisis, increasingly complex, menstrual, maximum impact, conceptual inquiries, layered problem, legislations, regulations, faults, detective fictions, jurisprudence, comparative law, exposure law, policy, theory, clinical practices, jurisdictions, holds material relating to international law, Roman law, substantial law, board facilitating administrating committees of certain occasions, provisions, timetabling, overarching arguments, verbatim quotations, proprietary estoppels, wrongs, unjust enrichments, non-consensual of rights, pastoral sport, principles, summative assessment, narrow discretions, preempt, concordant, subfuss, footnote, constructive criticism, deferral, economic principles, valuing claims, hedging of financial contracts, merger and acquisitions, case-based asset, forging influence, meaningful impact of fast evolving contestation of liberal script, nurture excellence, interdependence, readdress the relevant conceptualizing normativity, sense implies of latencies, algebraic, arithmetic, geometry, interaction, heritable traits, assimilations of fascinating and challenging collaborative uh, pharmacometrics, umbrella structure, peptide research, rejuvenate, unimpeded creativity, pros international transactions, data flows, cultivating global perspective, witnessing the international criminal justice, official judges, prosecutor, defense, counsel, victims, advocates, claim, tribunals, in-house counsel, culminated in vicinity stipulation of the interdisciplinary non-continuous assessment statutes, modalities, regulations, context, method, policies, conventions, treaties, trans-systematic approach, legal, ink printing techniques, reshaping contours of understanding, comprehend the interaction between politics, revolving forefront of law, argumentation, eager disclosure, underpinning the ensuing sphere of enriching criminology, crime mapping, necrocriminology, genocide, modern slavery, sophisticated interventions, implications, reflect ideological components of contextualized substantive claims, foster reformulate the navigating actors, critiquing racial exclusions, sampling interference, causations, encompasses the multifaceted inherited data sets. Evolving nature of the analysis, ideas, material, bibliographic formats, sought after corporate governance, theories of insights, reform proposals, intriguing the overregulate, more informed governance framework, draw corporate perspective concerning the mechanism of economic, rationally well-reasoned, preeminent, emerging, identifying the strengths of investment, deployment, nexus, national capital, interpret interdisciplinary, legal and non-legal law contemporaries, containing the satellite sites of the robotic visions, span across the widespread integration of artificial intelligence, constructive angle principles, abstractions, recurring themes, logic, audience, self and peer assess, cybernetics, state of the art, alumni, valuable autonomous, walk of life, adaptabilities. And then we converse about the aspects of the creative writing that contains different documents and comprises of thousands of pages, like power of expressions cultivates the individual, fiction, poetries, literary forms, illuminated handcraft, Wordsworth, novel epic, psychological, artistic revolutions, commercializations, industrializations, colonialism, religious dissent, captivity slave, narrative seductions, cross-generic context of the influence, distinguishing features, dramatic e-journals, manuscripts, classical papyri, maps, art, bringing light to the heart of building in certain circumstances, francophone literature, formulaic variations, provoking the gender, race, sexuality, re-enchanted the notable beauty of spectatorship, achievements, competition, layer fandoms, focus, prologue, characterizations, strategies, understanding, power humors, craft, sensibilities, spirit of cureness, frame, troops, glitches, wellness, rich vein of fictional techniques, analyze example of humor curve, demarcations of genre retain their spot, excerpts, centuries, uncertainties, moods of storytelling transcends narrative implications and possibilities of computing fantasy, wormholes, elves, folklorics, vignettes, films, salient photography, epistolary scenarios, articulate, observant, eye of profound curiosity, vital, magical, undergrads, shifting attitudes, and we publish these kinds of legacies, approaches, sharp conflicts, animate justice. So we did a lot of work on norms,